I'd like to tell you about a fella I once met. Went by the name of Maclowsky. It was a, whatchamacallit there? Oh, hell. Scot. At least I think that's it. A fellow of Scottish descent. Well, whatever you damn well called him, he was one. And he was a proud one at that. Never understood why he traveled so damn much, when all he did was talk about his homeland. But travel Maclowsky did, and at some point along his journeys he arrived here, in the small town of Roxworth.
Hello there.
Where are you headed?
Oh, just to town.
Hop in then.
Twinkle, twinkle, electric star, yonder goes Brady on an electric car, making his way to the freedom line.
From out of town?
Aye, I'm visiting from Pebbleshire, Scotland. What?
Nothing.
You think that's funny? You laughing at the place my family's lived for 10 generations?
Jeez, it's just... What kind of a place calls itself Peebleshire?
Listen here, you stink dodger! You snicker at my family's homeland one more time and I'll hit you so hard your grandmother's rotten corpse will feel it.
Oh dear. Rough start, huh? Told you he was proud of the old country. One might say his temper was piping hot, like a freshly baked cake of defensiveness, with a molten center made of cuss words, and even a... Oh, here I go again. Look at me, getting all philosophical. Well, eventually Maclowsky made his way to town, where he and I first crossed paths. At the Wooden Barrel, the only bar in town.
Got me a scotch, would ya? Yeah, that's the stuff.
Can't say I've ever seen your face nosing around here.
The name's Maclowsky.
George Farland. So I take it you're from Scotland.
Newland just flew in from Hong Kong.
Well, what brings you to Roxworth, of all places?
I guess you could call it business.
What sort of business we talking about here?
The unfinished kind. Cashmere. It's one of the most luxurious wools in the entire world. Also extremely expensive. Takes a good 4 years to produce enough for one sweater. Now I've always hated the damn stuff, but my family keeps goods and we sell the cashmere. It's a profitable affair.
Not bad. How expensive are we talking?
About £250 for our cashmere. Now hear this. A few months ago, I had woken up early as usual to feed my goats. I walk into the back field and what do I see? Nothing but grass and fence. All my goats were gone. 24 of my goats were gone. Next thing you know, I hear this faint and there was some jobber driving away in a pickup truck with my goats. But thank the good Lord I knew who it was. It was Angus Fraser's old heap of metal. You see, the Frasers and the Maclowskys have a long history of hatred for one another. Those dodgers have been thieving from my family for years. So I run to my pickup, gave the keys a twist, but blather and Clancy, it wouldn't start. Of all days, I only got her going the next day. But when I reached Angus's place, he was gone. The fud sold my goods and took off with the money.
Jeez. Did you try the police?
If only I could. You see, the problem was, we weren't even supposed to own those goods. I had to smuggle them in. Took the nannies all the way from Mongolia. They call them Alashinzuki white cashmere goods. A mouthful to say, but they're little money makers.
So, you think this here Angus fella ended up in Roxworth? Now, how do you figure that?
Oh, it's simple. My Uncle Beric had a word with his brother.
Roaming in the gloaming on the bonny banks of Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming with my laddie by my side. When the sun has gone to red, that's the time that we love best. Oh, it's lovely roaming in the gloaming, roaming in the gloaming on the bonny banks of Clyde. Roaming in the gloaming with my laddie by my side. When the sun has gone to red, that's the time that we love best. Oh, it's lovely roaming in the gloaming.
I see. Well, now that I think about it, there's been a strange looking fella hanging around here lately. Never says a word. Might be your guy. He comes every Friday night, I've noticed, for the special on nachos.
Well, that's gotta be him then. The little slitter loves nachos, especially the cheap ones. Tomorrow's Friday. You think he'll be snooping around here?
No doubt. Same time, same place then?
You can count on that.
And so Maclowsky's first day in Roxworth came to a close. Pretty successful day if you ask me. Didn't take much to find his thief. Small world, I suppose. Well, let's skip on over to the next night, where things get interesting. How you doing, friend?
I could use Scotch and a plate of haggis. Fella tried to steal my suitcase at the bus stop. Didn't go over well. For him.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your guy Angus never showed up. I'm surprised. He hasn't once missed the nacho special.
That's a sair feast for a half a loaf.
What?
That man's life's hard. You only get half of what you work for. You don't suppose it's under me?
That he knows you're in town? A fellow like you seems to draw attention to himself in a place like this. Well, you know, I think what you need is
a wee bit of trickery. Mrs. Fairland, let me tell you, this is by far the finest stew I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, thank you. It was my great-grandmother's recipe.
Well, if she were here, I'd plant a kiss right in her lips. A big, wet smooch. Hell, I'd take her out for dinner, then out to the theatre. Oh, and then I'd take her home for
all right, that's quite enough.
Christ, that must be him. Pick it up.
Hello?
Hello, yes, I saw your advert earlier in the streets and I'm really in need of your services. You're not going to believe this, but there's some mad Scot after me, so if you could get something sorted out there, that would be really great.
Okay, sir, I need you to do two things. First, pack up a suitcase with all that you need. Second, go to house 141 on the Davis Road. Bring your belongings inside the barn.
Okay, alright, well, I'll get right on that. That place there, that was 141 Davis Road, was it?
That's right.
The money.
Oh, and don't forget to bring all the money you got. You'll be needing it for your new life.
Alright, well, I'll be there in, what time is it now? It's 3 o'clock now, so I'll probably be there in about half an hour. Does that sound okay to you?
Alright, I'll see you then.
Alright, well, that's great. Alright, bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Hello? Angus, old boy! What a surprise this is!
Listen, I didn't think that...
Didn't think I'd find you after you stole my prize goods. Oh, I brought the money. Listen, I'll hold on to that for you.
Listen, just give a fellow Scot a chance. I didn't...
Listen here, you no good German scunner. I'm gonna give you a scalp and you'll never forget.
Oh dear. Well, Maclowsky got his man, and the goat money too. Hell, I still have no idea how the plan worked. Guess he's more devious than I thought. Or maybe Angus was just an idiot. Well, anyway, things went alright for Maclowsky after avenging his goats. He moved back to Scotland, bought back those darn animals, and got back in the business again. Sent me a parcel the other day, and never guessed what it was. Cashmere sweater. Not the kind of thing I usually wear, but hey, looks pretty good on me, doesn't it? Gets me thinking about those poor, naked Mongolian goats. Probably shivering right now, the poor little things. Well, that's about all I have to say. Said enough already, probably too much.
George, come on. Your supper's getting cold.
Well, there's my cue to go. Can't miss Martha's chicken stew. Glad y'all stopped by.
There's a good old Scottish custom that has stood the test of time. It's a custom that's been carried out in every land and clime. Where brother Scots foregather, it's aye the usual thing. Just before we say good night, we fill our cups and sing. Just a wee jock and Doris, just a wee drap at all. Just a wee jock and Doris, before we gang a war. There's a wee wifey waiting, and a wee button vein. If you can say it's a brobrecht moonlight night, will you roar right? You can. Just a wee jock and Doris, just a wee drap at all. Just a wee jock and Doris, before we gang a war. There's a wee wifey waiting, and a wee button vein. If you can say it's a brobrecht moonlight night, will you roar right? You can.